Hey everybody, how's it going? Aaron Rift here from NoDQ.com along with good old JM Jeff Meacham here to talk about the 2015 Elimination Chamber pay-per-view which just wrapped up. How you doing tonight, Jeff?
Doing good. It was a good show to talk about. I'm looking forward to seeing what the people think out there in NoDQ land.
Yes,
the NoDQ universe, if you will.
Yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about the show. We're going to talk about it right now. Very interesting show, to say the least. Definitely some noteworthy things happening and some not noteworthy things. We'll get to more of that in a second.
Hey, Stardust won a match.
Yes, he did.
Stardust won a match. That's enough for me right there to buy the next show.
It takes going against Zack Ryder to finally end Cody Rhodes. Or, excuse me. No.
Whoa, easy.
Better not call him Cody.
Easy.
Better not call him Goldust by mistake. I've done that before.
There you go. I'll do that either.
Stardust
finally
ended his losing streak, beating Zack Ryder.
I don't have the gloves on. It's not the same effect, but you know.
I guess has to be built up now to face the
Arrow guy, Steven, whatever his name is. Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't watch Arrow. I don't really care.
And then we had the highly anticipated return of The Miz.
Yeah, it was good to see Miz. Not really.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I personally did not miss The Miz. But I will say, I thought he actually did a really good job.
He did a really good job getting himself over as a heel again and putting himself back into the picture. It took the minor powers to get rid of him in the ring this time.
Yeah, I mean, he
was a horrible segment.
He was running down Daniel Bryan, saying Daniel Bryan needed to wear makeup.
Yeah, you need to wear makeup to be a superstar. Well, you know what? I've been a superstar on this guy's channel for over 10 years. I don't wear an ounce of makeup on my head.
Maybe you could be a bigger superstar if we started putting makeup on you.
Maybe I could.
Maybe we could dress you up like the guy from Rocky Horror.
Which one?
The guy with the saxophone.
Oh, Eddie? There you go. There you go.
I've heard a rumor that you dressed up as him once.
Once, just that one time.
Yeah.
Over 7 years.
Yeah. So segment. Miz really tried with the segment, but then you had the Mega Powers come out, and it was clear that this was
not the Mega Powers.
The Minor Powers.
I hate they call them the Mega Powers.
Are they the Minor Powers? The Mega Powers.
Minor Powers. It's terrible. The Meta Power. It's stupid.
I don't know, but
the whole thing is retarded.
If Zack Ryder is going to be on TV more often, they might as well bring back the Ultimate Broski and have them be a.
There you go. Have me a trio.
Yeah, exactly.
The Broski, the Macho Mandow, and Axelmania.
Yeah. So let's move on. Let's move on to the main card, the Tag Team Title Elimination Chamber match, which I thought was entertaining for the most part.
It was definitely a cluster, to say the very least, but it turned out really well. You had Kalisto all over the thing.
He was climbing up. He was trying to be Homicide from
Homicide
TNA.
Jeff Hardy.
What was that cage match? The McDonald's cage?
The Terror Dome.
The Terror Dome.
Whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah, reminded me of Homicide, except he actually climbed better than Kalisto. Or Kalisto climbed better than Homicide.
So did the Bull.
Yeah, the Bull actually got up there.
Bull got up there. Actually, did a really good move.
Bull dropping onto the group of guys.
Nothing worse than a bull drop on you. It's terrible.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was an entertaining spectacle, although I don't understand why Cesaro and Kid were not the last two guys in the match. Because once they got eliminated, I got several reports from people that were there. Once they were eliminated, the crowd just completely died for the end.
And, you know, I want to point out something to you. No, it is not bad that Darren Young pinned Cesaro.
It is, because Cesaro stole the match.
And what I'm saying is, I saw you got a tweet, and they were saying that somebody was trying to insinuate that you were saying that it was bad because Darren is gay. No, it's bad because the primetime players suck.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? The primetime players are terrible, and they had no momentum right now. They've been on TV doing interviews every single week. They haven't been on the show wrestling, and they beat the hottest tag team in the company. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's terrible. Terrible booking. Made no sense. So no, it's not because Darren's gay. It's because they suck.
Exactly.
Okay, it's as simple as that.
And I love the New Day.
Well, whatever. I don't. New Day sucks as far as I'm concerned, and my son disagrees with me because he likes Kofi Kingston, always has.
But nothing to do with sexual orientation. Nothing to do with race. I just think primetime players suck.
They do. they haven't done anything since they got back together.
Yeah.
Except have Titus O'Neil be an Instagram star.
Exactly. So yeah, the match ended flat, but otherwise it was entertaining.
Flat ending, but a decent match before that.
Next up we had the Divas match, which Nikki retained, so you were correct on that. So maybe she's going to beat AJ Lee's record for the longest reigning Divas champion.
You know, WWE is famous for eclipsing records of people
that they don't like.
That they don't want to be remembered.
Yeah.
Like Chris Benoit. Like AJ Lee now. like Brock Lesnar when he first was the youngest champion, and they had Orton eclipse him.
Yeah.
So, like CM Punk, you know. They're going to find a way to get rid of all of them. Yep. And if Nikki's the one to break AJ's record, then so be it. Yeah. But you know what? At the end of the day, I didn't think it was a horrible match. It was not. There were some missed spots, but it's a Divas match. What do you expect?
It was okay. It was okay. I didn't think it was terrible.
No, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, considering that, like, you know, people got on my case for criticizing Paige, but she did really well, as did Naomi, and even Nikki did really well too.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was decent. And then we have the moment where the show really peaked. We had John Cena versus Kevin Owens in a 20-minute battle.
I'll be the first to say I'm not a fan of Kevin Steen or Kevin Owens because he's been a jerk to us off and over the years.
Well, maybe to you.
He never really gave us an interview, ever, that we asked for.
Don't be bitter, Jeff.
Hey, if I can be mad at Goldberg 10 years later, I can be mad at Kevin Steen 5 years later. I can be mad at all these guys. As simple as that.
You wanted to interview Brian, actually, years ago, and he only wanted to do a kayfabe
Brian would do kayfabe.
And you still kiss his butt all the time.
Hey, Brian kayfabed me, but he and I made up years later, so it was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. But yeah, Kevin Owens surprised the hell out of the entire internet. Your tweet with the South Park cartoon was quite...
with Stan Marsh with the white stuff.
Stan Marsh's dad. Randy Marsh. That was Randy indeed. That was pretty much what the internet did about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago.
Yeah, big shocker, definitely. A huge shocker. I was not expecting Kevin Owens to win at this point.
And they have another match coming up. They have another one. It's gonna be...
I don't know if I like that.
Why
I
do you
think
say
it's
that?
way too soon to be doing a rematch on 2 weeks build, and you need time for it to breathe. You need Kevin Owens to be able to gloat and slowly build up to a rematch, and have Cena have to get on his case week after week for several weeks before Owens finally agrees to it. By doing this, I mean, they could have stretched this out for a couple weeks where Owens says, "I'm not fighting you again. I already beat you.
I beat you. What do I have to prove?"
Yeah, they could have had that play into a storyline, and now they're just doing a rematch.
Well, see, the thing is, the only problem I foresee with this whole thing about Owens beating Cena and being in the main roster now is that they're making Joe's program with Owens look less significant now on NXT. Because Joe is having a thing where he's trying to get a match with Owens on NXT, and now that match means nothing.
Yeah, and I have this feeling now,
for Joe.
Is Cena really going to lose twice in a row to Kevin Owens?
I highly doubt it.
So, I mean, in 2 weeks, literally, he's going to have 2 weeks of momentum, and then Cena's just going to beat him, and it's back to square one again.
Yeah, we're back to burial status.
But for what they did, I mean, it was awesome. I mean, he beat him clean, and not many people can say they beat John Cena clean.
Yeah, there was no dirty, I mean, he really cheated even.
Yeah.
It was just a regular WWE match, and he beat him.
But, if Kevin Owens is going to be promoted to the main roster, this was absolutely the way to go.
Absolutely. If they continue the momentum the way they should go.
So, great match. Great match. So far, so good with Kevin Owens. We'll see where things go from here. It's going to be an interesting Money in the Bank pay-per-view now to see what...
Well, you've got that, and you have the 6 guys they announced for the Money in the Bank match, too, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, we'll talk about that real quick at the end.
Okay.
So, next up we have Neville versus... Bo Dallas. And this was basically...
What we expected.
Yeah, this was basically put in the death spot after...
It was. I feel so bad, because I like both Neville and Bo Dallas. I like both these guys, and it was in the worst possible spot it could have been in because it had to follow the match of the night.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it technically. It was a fine match, but it just it never had a chance with the crowd. The crowd was just dead silent for this.
Right. Yeah. And what's sad is on any other given night, a Neville Bo Dallas match, even as short as it was, will garner a much bigger reaction because they're both tremendous talents. At least they're again tremendous. But they're both incredible talents, and they just got squashed tonight because of the crowd being dead because of Owens and Cena.
Yeah, it was sad because there was literally like one person chanting
for Neville.
Yeah, we want Neville, or let's go Neville, or something.
Whatever it was. Something positive about Neville, which again, they're trying to convince me to be positive all day today, and it's like, I'm positive. I'm positive the New Day sucks.
Yeah.
That tweet blew up. I got like freaking 20 follows on that tweet.
Oh, nice.
I was like, yes.
All right.
Everybody hates it. I hate New Day. I love it. I don't care.
All right. So moving on here to the IC title Elimination Chamber match, which I have to say
was good.
Really?
But not as good as it could have been.
I thought it was disappointing.
Well, number one, you had the big build-up to the mystery guy trying to be Mark Henry. Like, really?
Yeah, and he was pretty slow here.
He was pretty slow in this match. You had Sheamus. I don't know if he actually got stuck in there or not, or if it was part of a storyline.
No, it was basically he was purposely forcing it to jam with the cross and acting like it was, you know, something else. So it was just him purposely jamming it.
Oh, okay. I missed
the announcing team totally didn't make clear what was going on.
As they're supposed to do. Come on.
Yeah, I was confused.
JR, who actually, Lawler thought JR was there for a second.
Yeah.
You know, JR wouldn't have done stuff like that.
Yeah, the announcers totally dropped the ball here. The match itself, I felt like compared to the tag match, it was really
it felt very flat. It felt very. I mean, you had Sheamus in there who's good. You had Ziggler in there. You had Barrett who's good. Truth is really good. Even
that R-Truth beating the King of the Ring, Wade Barrett. That really bothered me.
That shocked everybody. People were just like, what?
You build up the King of the Ring and instantly it means nothing. R-Truth
he's been jobbing since, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, people ask me what's going on with Barrett. Why would they do this? I don't know. I really...
You know, when they made Sheamus King 5 years ago, they pushed him to the moon. I mean,
the bottom line is the King of the Ring really means nothing.
When they made Regal King of the Ring in 2008, he was the evil dictator of Raw. When Booker was king, he became King Booker. Yeah. You know, it's meant something in recent years, but this year's is terrible. And
they just keep doing the all hail King Barrett thing, which is, you know, just repeating what they did with Booker.
Yeah, that was bad. But the match overall, and have Ryback be the Intercontinental Champion, it's like, oh,
well, that's a surprise. I mean, I guess surprises.
I have not been quiet how much I dislike Ryan Reeves, Ryback, Skip Sheffield, Skippy, I call him. He's terrible. You know, he's a big reason why we lost CM Punk, because of guys like him, and he's terrible. And if that gets me hate mail, then so be it. But he's awful.
I actually thought he was decent in this match.
In this match he was all right, but overall he's terrible.
I just felt like, I don't know, something about this match just it felt very mediocre to me compared to other chamber matches.
Considering it was the main event of the two chamber matches, it felt very flat. It felt very mediocre.
It did not help that the crowd by this point was just a graveyard.
It was. They were so up for the tag title match. They were really up for Owens Cena. They were more up for the Divas than they were for this match.
Yeah.
And they just kind of fell flat after Owens and Cena were done, because the Bo and Neville match was dead. The Chamber match, the Intercontinental Championship, was dead. Even with Bryan getting people to chant "Feed me more," that was kind of a lackluster chant at best. And then the title match really got people back involved. But the finish of the title match, which we're going to get to right now, was like, oh.
Yeah, so the WWE title match, Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. To me, it was good, but it was a fairly standard title match. And to follow the chamber matches, I really felt that it should have had more to it. But obviously, with the finish, this is going to continue, and there's probably going to be another match between these two.
I would guess there'll be one at Money in the Bank in a couple weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks, another pay-per-view. So we had a dusty finish here.
Dusty finish, yes. They had the whole... Rollins pulled the referee in and got the referee nailed. And then while the first referee was on the floor recuperating, the second referee came in and counted the 3 count for Dirty Deeds and awarded Ambrose the championship. And then the first referee, or Tommy Young, if it would have been 89, came in and said, no, not how it works. He's disqualified. He's still a champion, but he's disqualified because he pulled me in. So the whole crowd was just... And then we had our role model, the guy we're supposed to look up to and cheer for, Dean Ambrose, steal the WWE Championship belt.
Yeah. And
walk through the crowd like CM Punk did in Chicago 4 years ago.
Yeah, so, and Jerry Lawler said maybe the Attitude Era is back.
Yeah, Lawler, Jerry, I'm going to buy your DVD, okay? I admit that. But that was bad. That was a bad call. That was a horrible call.
Well, I guess Dean Ambrose borrows elements from other characters, and that's his gimmick.
Well, yeah, Stone Cold and like Pillman.
And he used the Boss Man's Nightstick, and he came out with Scott Steiner's Sirens.
Yeah, there you go.
And the crowd chants Ambrose like Goldberg.
Yep. So he's a little bit of everybody.
He's a little bit of everybody.
He's the everyman of WWE. Darn it.
Dean Mother Effin' Ambrose.
That's right, as they should say.
Yeah. So yeah. Overall, I thought thumbs up show. It was a good show, but I had some issues with
thumbs up, but wavering toward the middle.
Yeah, maybe a B-. Not quite Daniel Bryan.
Not quite B+ player.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I'll agree with
good
that.
show. And for $9.99, can't argue too much about it.
For $9.99 for 2 shows a month, I'm not gonna bitch.
Yeah, so I mean, good value for your money. If this was a $50 pay-per-view, I would probably
want my money back.
I'd probably give it a thumbs middle, at best.
Yeah, at best.
Yeah. So
for $10, I'm not gonna sweat.
Got Money in the Bank in 2 weeks. With a
who's in the Money in the Bank? We got Orton, Reigns,
Kofi, which is very random, I guess, to be the spot guy. The
spot guy, yeah.
But
Dolph, Sheamus, and
somebody else.
Reigns. You wrote it down. Oh, you wrote it down.
I don't know, but you mentioned most of them.
Yeah, it's all good. And they're gonna add more.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, they're supposed to. So we'll see. We'll be back here in about a week and a half with our pay-per-view predictions once again.
Yeah.
We're never not busy around here anymore.
Got more Talk Wrestling coming up. NTV, The Scoop, Ring Scoops on No DQ, and of course No DQ&A videos. So subscribe, youtube.com/NoDQCAW, and tell a friend, anybody who watches wrestling, have them check out the No DQ Network for the low price of $0.
Absolutely free. You get all this entertainment. You should be thankful, people.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.